Hi everybody, my name is Kerry and welcome back to Storytime for Grown-Ups. I'd like to start my session today by acknowledging the country on which we meet, and I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. The novel that I'm reading from today is called Growing Pineapples in the Outback. We chose this novel particularly because it actually mentions Mackay. Mum was the star of the party and rose to the occasion. She was gracious and elegant, relaxed and happy. The food was great, the speeches funny yet moving, and we all participated in a general knowledge quiz, for which Mum was the ultimate party game. Of course Mum won. The whole event went off without a hitch. Nevertheless, over the course of the weekend, she remained slightly withdrawn and disengaged. She was supposed to go and visit her brother and his wife, but on the morning of the visit said she felt unwell and stayed in bed. I started to wonder whether she might be depressed. I'm acutely aware of the difference between depression and an isolated period of flatness, and I didn't want to pathologise her behaviour, but a seed was planted in my mind. On the last afternoon of the reunion, I had a few minutes alone with Mum. We sat on her bed and chatted. "How's everything going at home?" I asked. "Fine," she said. "Why wouldn't it be?" I paused. "We need to talk." "About what?" "Have you thought about a plan?" I asked. "For what?" Mum replied. "For the next stage." "Of what?" "Living in Mount Isa." "There is no plan," she said. "You're just going to stay in the house?" "Yes. What else would I do?" I paused. This was the moment I'd been waiting for. I'd been edging around this question for years, but each time I tried to raise it, Mum shut it down. "You could move to the aged care facility," I suggested. "No," said Mum. Her reply was emphatic. "But what if you have a fall or something?" "I'll wear a buzzer." "Housework?" "I'll employ someone if need be." "It's going to get more difficult," I said. "Do you want me to go into the old folks' home?" she asked. "I want what is best for you," I replied. "And that for me is to stay in my own house where I've been for 60 years. I sighed loudly, knowing Mum would sense my frustration. "Too old, Beck," she said. "You could come to Melbourne and live with me and Tony and the girls," I suggested. "Or move to Mackay and live with David and Eden and the kids." Mum shook her head. "I don't want to do that. I want to stay where I am." The conversation was closed. I hope you enjoyed that little section from Growing Pineapples in the Outback. Like and comment in the field below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.